Welcome to the podcast, Bridge, Ben, Flan, and special guest star.
No.
And special guest star.
I like this.
Peter Spider Everett, the actor.
No, hang
How
on.
did we get him?
No,
We found out that you are an actor.
No, who's been in a movie or a short movie? Have you ever been in one, Bridge?
No.
Flan?
No.
I have.
would have been, for
I have,
sure.
But
Yeah,
I was the guy that had to stand facing away from the camera so you could see the guy talking behind me. Back of head, I
Benny?
played.
That's funny.
Have I? Oh, maybe a naughty one.
Have you really?
Serious?
Was this,
Like a
was this
home
on,
movie.
A home movie, but I don't know where the tape is. I never found it.
Oh,
You've
it's
been on a
gonna
home
surface.
movie?
Okay.
Yeah.
You rate yourself that highly that you record
God,
it.
no.
they-
No, it's terrible.
Are they normal? You normally make those just by yourself, or?
Did you put it on the big screen?
No, I just wanted to give myself some tips. It's like spider watching his footy performances.
watching
I
the video of the
see.
game.
Right, so
Did you review it?
Yeah.
I didn't
Yeah, do
review
you
it.
look back straight
I don't
after?
even know.
Yeah.
I don't know where it is.
Are you nervous
on.
that,
He's nervous.
that it will pop up one
No,
day?
because it's on like a digital 8 tape or something that no one has a camera that will play that anymore. So it's all right.
Man,
How
how
do you
long
reckon
does it
you-
go for?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Did the red flashing button disturb you?
How do you know about that, Spider? Here we go. You were quick to...
Are we comparing
eh?
notes? Are we?
Yeah.
Okay.
How do you know that, Spielberg?
No. Well, I've got the what's on this weekend up at Mount Tambourine, the Bearded Dragon.
Yep.
Oh, yeah, no, this sounds more like my video.
It sounds so right, doesn't it?
God.
It is the Australian Short Film Festival,
Right.
and it's got over 60 entries from around Australia. And
Is
they
it too late
judge
if I
it.
find mine?
I'm waiting for yours. They've just moved They've moved a couple from the early slots to the later bits.
Okay, so hang on. Now, you have been in some longer films.
No, I've been
Spider?
in two. Okay, one was patched, and this is a bit of the audio.
Hang on.
here.
Explain.
What is it? What is it?
Yeah, well, patched was. It was about some bikies getting chased by the police.
Right.
And I got shot through the window.
That's right.
And straight in the head, and I was out. I was dead.
Gone.
I was gone. DED. And I took
Can you reenact that for us?
I want to stand in this window, mate.
No, because I think dying would be a hard thing to do on camera.
Yeah.
So
No,
how does that work?
And I did it. And they had all the explosives behind my ears, so the blood come out the front of my face, and they had a different glass. So when they shot the glass, it was like a shower screen glass rather than normal.
Righto.
So it wouldn't go through. It was actually really good to do, but Sheree hated it because I was there on the ground pretending I was dead, and there was Boston. It was around about 6.
Oh, no, that's so sad.
And that was the first one. I didn't get a call back
Oh,
after the short film of that. And then the second one.
how can you get a call
Boston
back
would
if
be
you
upset.
you're
Sheree would be
dead?
so happy.
So the second one.
The second one.
Okay,
now,
first of all, the name of it is just the
have a listen.
worst.
The second one was called A Turbulent Affair.
Dude, you know my target. 6 o'clock. Oh, shit. Hey, I didn't... No, man, that was all me.
Okay,
How's the
so
music?
explain the scene. That was you in there.
Okay, I was
talking.
a rock star, and I'd woken up in the morning, okay, in my underpants, and there were 6 women around me with nearly nothing on.
And then you went to the set, and what happened?
it was supposed to be like I'd just woken up from a massive night hanging out with all these groupies.
Yeah.
So, however,
So it's very similar to Ben's movie.
there's a really disgusting part of this.
Oh, tell us.
This is the bit we couldn't do on the radio. we were talking about this
No,
morning.
actually, yeah, we did. We read a bit of the script, and then we got to that bit, and I didn't really understand it. And then Bridget's going, "Oh, what? I would have rammed his butt."
Is that what you said?
Was it a flute or a wooden recorder?
No, it was it was another word for a flute, but a poshy word for a flute.
Right?
Cello or something.
A piccolo.
Piccolo.
Was it a pick? I don't know. But anyway,
Clarinet?
flute?
Clarinet?
oh, I can't remember.
Anyway, what happened with the flute?
We had to find it.
In the bed.
Didn't you? Yeah.
And?
Then I had to.
Go on.
I can't say.
Okay, I will. as his PR.
Oh, go on, make him say.
This is just... and I only read the script. It was enough. I didn't see the movie. He found the flute.
Right.
Then he smelt the flute.
No musician, sir.
From that smell, could you tell where the flute had been?
How did the flute make an appearance?
I don't know even how I made an appearance. I don't know. But it was weird because the first time, Flan, I walk out into this room with 6 girls and they hardly got anything on, and I'm in just my underpants. And I'm going, okay, and your name is? And I'm Spider.
Did you get paid for this?
No, that was just, I don't know.
How did it happen? Okay,
No, you're right. Can we find it? Can people see this scene?
No, I can't read the
Turbulent affair. What a name.
Anyway, back to you, Benny.
I want to hear more about this.
Yeah.
So tell us the story about who contacted you, who was making
Steve
the film.
Nations. Steve Nations, he does films here on the Gold Coast. He was
Right.
doing a short film, and it was about 2 pilots and, finding themselves in a little bit of trouble and then nearly missing the flights. And,
Could you now just give it to us in like maybe 15, 20 words? What would appear in the TV guide about a turbulent affair? How would you describe the film?
Can I be honest?
Yeah.
I've never watched it.
That's the sign of a true star when you don't watch your
I
own.
love that about you.
Yeah.
I'd be screening mine at the drive-in at Yatla, and you've never seen it.
Well, we have got one mission, and that is to find Benny's movie. That is-
Yes.
All right.
What's that called, Benny?
I didn't have a title. It didn't
And
have
if
a title.
it did, what would
A
it be
bearded
called?
dragon ranger.
Yeah.
It's hard to argue with that.
That's good.
Here we go. Let's head off into the podcast. We have got an amazing new business. A couple of young women have spotted something because of the pandemic, and what they're doing is brilliant. We're going to hear from President Joe Biden as well. And on Fridays, we play the quotable quotes of the week, those things that got said during the week that make you laugh. And this week, Spider nearly didn't make it.
Mel and Sandy, what an initiative. Thank you so much for joining us, connecting people out of work with people who, might want to do some temporary work while people are stranded across the border. In 48 hours, you had thousands and thousands of people following you. How many have you got since this news story broke?
Well, I think almost 3,000 in the group.
Wow.
About 37,000 views.
Yeah. What's a page called, and what are you trying to achieve? Yeah, Bridges just quickly mentioned it there, but you're just trying to connect people.
Yeah, the page itself is called Word on the Coast, and it's sort of a blog connecting, focusing on local businesses, which we literally just started. But then this came about when the border closed, and literally we put the page up just connecting people because we had clients and personal issues as well. Everybody was affected. So we could see even clients of ours that were losing staff because they were on the wrong side of the border, and then vice versa on the other. So it just kind of made sense to both of us. It was just so easy, and Sandy was good at writing, and I do all the social media, so the marketing of it,
Took care of itself.
it just took care of itself. But it just it did better than we expected.
It's congratulations. It's brilliant. It really is, and it's obviously being supported. Can I take you back to the day you dreamt up the page? Was there wine involved?
There would have been if it was later in the day, but Monday morning, I think.
Yeah, that was actually we were sober.
Yeah, we were just sort of hearing from, friends and colleagues and, seeing some terrible things on social media, people just having a really tough time.
Yeah.
We both just looked at it and thought, well, this just makes common sense.
Yeah. And Mel and Sandy, some of the best ideas are the simplest. I know of Tugun Vet Surgery. I mean, they've got so many vets and nurses across the border. We've got dentists that are training their receptionists.
I can help them out at the vet.
Don't even go near them. But can you tell us one success story that you've already helped out a business?
Well, everyone, is really interested in the 2 lawnmower companies to sort of swap clients, because one's on the Gold Coast with clients over the border.
That's
and then
great.
One's over here with clients on the Gold Coast. So, yeah, they kind of swapped.
We've seen hairdressers, we've seen photographers, because some people were meant to, do photography for a wedding in a couple of weeks, and obviously not even if lockdown ends here, these things are still in play. So nannies.
Oh, and then the next post that we put up, sort of following on from that, is trying to connect people who maybe have vulnerable relatives or friends or pets across the border that need a bit of help, even if it's just a check-in on their mental health.
I love it that you've solved so many problems with
Yeah.
one idea, and you must get a lot of really emotional people that you help out, huh?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
It's been kind of heartbreaking, but at the same time, seeing, a lot of positivity come out of it and people saying, wow, you've actually helped has been really, really rewarding.
Yeah, congratulations. It is fantastic. Sandy and Mel, the Facebook page is if you want to be connected and you are finding trouble either side of the border, it doesn't matter what trade or what field you're in, or even some of the the mental health work you do. And it's on Word on the Coast. That's the Facebook page, is it?
Yes, and we've also got a website, which is wordonthecoast.com.au. So if people just keep checking in, we're trying to upload some articles. That is our next step, just really trying to showcase a lot of local businesses that might be struggling. Maybe they have some special offers or initiatives, positive stories, that kind of thing. So please get in touch if you're in that position, and we'll help. Like, obviously, we're overwhelmed at the moment, but we'll help as much as we can.
Oh,
Thank you.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Well, we get a phone call every week from the President of the United States, Joe Biden.
Well, he's under the pump right now. The President of the United States. Thank you for taking our call, Joe Biden. Hello.
Hey, great to be on the triple play gold card with britches, swamp ass, and flatulence, man. How you doing? Feels like forever ago I've talked to you.
Oh, sir, no. Listen, it's bridge, spider, and flan,
please,
Mr.
not
President.
swamp
Now,
ass.
That's what I said.
Let's get it right. It seems like you didn't pick a good time to try and go on holiday with the Taliban taking over Afghanistan. I mean, not to mention the COVID-19 variant raging, the Delta like we've got here, especially in New South Wales. What would you say to those who are unhappy with you over this?
Okay, whoa. Let's take it back a step, okay, Missy? Look, here. Let me just check my notes here. I know what I'm going to say here. I got my notes right here. They told me what to say about this. Here it is. Joe, stop calling me. Oh, no, wait, that's my last message from Obama. I'm sorry. Look,
wow.
Here's the deal.
Okay.
I'll tell you exactly what I'd say. I'd say President Harris and me, we're doing the hard work. It's not always popular, but it's hard. And with those dirty, good-for-nothing Tallahassee, Teletubby, the tally bastard, you know the thing.
Now, I'm sure this is probably a sore subject, but we definitely need to digress here. How are you dealing with all the new scandals surrounding your son Hunter's news, sir? I mean, more laptops and sex videos. That has to be embarrassing as his dad.
Well, I'll tell you what, I had a hard time keeping up with it all myself. But, Hunter and I, we had a long talk earlier this week, man. I said, son, I'm still proud of you, but let me see if I got all this right, okay? So the hooker that you were with in Las Vegas was stolen by a Russian drug dealer, and then he traded her for 2 laptops, and then had you guys humping around, and then he mailed one of them to Rudy Giuliani and the other one to a Best Buy store in Delaware.
Excuse me, Mr. President.
I got that right?
I'm just going to interrupt you there. We've got a special guest on the other line right now. He's even more outspoken than you on vaccines and the virus. It's former,
come on, man.
It's former Governor of California, Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Wow.
How are you, sir?
Yes, I'm doing absolutely fantastic. But I just wanted to call in and clear up a few things here in all of this. I simply said, last week, you saw the viral video, right?
Yeah.
The one that went out, screw your freedom. It's on TikTok. It's got like 1 trillion views or something like that. It's very popular. But what I'm saying is, their freedom is not being disturbed with the vaccine. They're acting like schmucks here. They need to get with the program, or else I'm going to take each and every one of them down.
All right, Arnie, no need to get angry, okay? We're on your side, Arnie. We're on your side. We're with you.
Easy, Arnold. Hey, look, if it's all right with you, I'm going to swear him in right now as my COVID czar on your show. How's that sound?
Okay.
Sure, Mr. President. It would be an honor and things of this nature. Okay, here we go.
President Biden.
Mm-hmm. Do you, Arnold Schwarzenstuffer, swear to uphold the Constellation of United Stairmasters of America against all enemies, both forestry and Dominic, so help you corn pop? I do. Then by the powder invested in me, Jack, I now pronounce you the White House COVID cyborg of Amerigo Vespucci, man. Oh, thank you, President Biden. Thank you. Okay, now tell everybody go get vaccinated. You heard the man. Go get the vaccine. Do it now. Seriously, not getting vaccinated has got to be the dumbest thing that anyone's ever done. Well, except for me having sex with my Guatemalan housekeeper. You remember her?
Yes, I do.
Yeah, she's the one that looks like the boxer Manny Pacquiao. Oh, I saw her, man. Yikes.
I think this might be a good time to
yes,
stop.
please.
So, goodbye, Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Mask up, people. There just might be an improvement on your face. Just ask my ex-wife, Maria. She looks much less like the Crypt Keeper covered up, okay? It's unbelievable. Hey, you just do what Mr. Schwanzenhofer says, or he's going to send a T-1000 to your house and terminate you, Jack. Hasta la vista, bridge spider and flan.
We can't let this week go to God without whipping through our quotable quotes of the week.
This is the time of the week we all look forward to.
Oh,
for,
we do.
For different reasons. Sometimes if you're Spider, you look forward to it being over because normally you're the biggest contributor to quotable quotes and saying things wrong during the week.
Not this week, though. Not this week. I've got myself clean as a whistle.
Well,
Maybe
here we go.
one week you won't make it. Maybe one.
These are the things that were said during the week which were from the news or from us, and we need to reflect on them.
Made us laugh.
My favourite was our favourite Chief Health Officer, Dr. Jeanette Young. Because today is the day you have to prove to people on the border that you've had a vaccination, at least one. And look, there's no passport system, there's no certificate. You've got to show. This is what Jeanette Young said you had to do.
Look, I trust people. So who's going to go and put forward and say they've been vaccinated when they haven't been? Of course we'll have audit and we'll work that through with police and we'll do that.
That's hilarious.
Just to clarify, what was that?
Look, I trust people.
Yeah. Trust them enough. You've got now you're getting army at the borders because you trust people so much.
I understand. Look, our mayor seems to make this list an awful lot. Let's have a little listen to Tommy Tate and see if you can figure out what context he may have said this in.
Mate, I would have a crack going down.
It's Wonder Reef. Thank
sorry.
God we finally got a dive site off the Gold Coast.
Sorry.
I'm
Yeah, that's
so
great.
very happy.
In case you missed
beautiful.
it. It was-
Mate, I would have a crack going down.
Interesting. Straight after that, he was talking about show bags and said that the mayoress loves the toys.
But then Spider also said something in a very similar vein, which was very weird.
Keep your smile south of the border, mate.
Ew.
Okay.
I was talking about the
No,
dive site
not at
first.
all. That was gross.
My favourite one for the week. It was priceless.
What?
Have a listen. Because
Stirring bath.
no.
Why are you looking at me?
His face.
Fridge just fired up when Rob McLeod
Okay.
delivered this.
This is radio, sweetheart.
Oh, don't. It's been an emotional week.
So yeah, there was a bit of banter. We'd named that year earlier in the morning, and Rod said this.
This is radio, sweetheart.
And he said it in that way that wasn't, sweetheart.
And what did your response was? You're going to come over the border?
I said to him, really, you want to call me sweetheart because you're big and tough over the border? Well, guess what? It's essential. I'll get through the border and I'll find you because it's essential that I knock you out.
I was driving to work when that happened. And I heard him say sweetheart, and I went, you idiot.
And the funniest thing was they were going to open the borders, but Rob McLeod pleaded they don't.
See you later. It's been terrific. No, it really has. If you want to catch the show, it's from 5 a.m. on weekdays on 92.5 The Gold Coast's Triple M.